Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Marvel Legends X-Force Feral. I'm surprised it's not Marvel's Feral. I guess there's never been another Feral. That's interesting. Just a side note. And this is probably the best figure in the wave, maybe? Maybe not. I don't know. It's up there. It's tied probably with Beast if I had to guess. But we're going to review them all, so we'll get to figure that out, I guess. But this figure is surprisingly good for a Hasbro Marvel Legends release. Is it perfect? Definitely not. Are we going to talk about the good and the bad? You bet. We're going to talk about all of it. So let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. Alright, before we look at the figure, I do want to show you my package. It is the not retro packaging, which is good if you like it. Of course, this is the comic book variant of the retro packaging, which, yeah, I mean, it's a perfectly good way to package a figure if you are going to show it on a shelf or on a peg. I don't know how many Marvel Legends are actually sold in stores these days, so maybe that makes sense, or maybe it's just for people who want to hang them on their walls. I don't know. Let's do a question of the day. Do you display packaging? Do you keep your figures in the box? Are you an open collector? Are you a loose collector? Are you a card collector? How do you do it? Is Hasbro wasting their time on packages like this? Let me know what you think. For me, I've never cared about packaging beyond it's nice, and then I throw it away in the recycling bin, of course. Alright, so yeah, standard-ish packaging for Hasbro these days. Now, let's talk about this figure, which is, by the way, up for pre-order again at Big Bad Toy Store. I'll put a link in the description below if you want to get one. Just over 16.5 centimeters to the top of her hair, about 15.5 to where her noggin would end underneath the hair. Unless her head is actually shaped like that, it is possible, but I don't know. Maybe she's had a shaved head at some point, and we could find that. Alright, 6 inches, and then about 6.5, little over. Here she is up against Derwin, and so, there you go. She's kind of tall, but I don't know what her official height is. It seems fine. She's shorter than Darwin, so that's okay. Now, here's the thing about this figure. Boobs. And you might be thinking, hey, why is he being crass? I'm not. It's actually a pivotal part of this review. Is this the first time Hasbro's done something with cleavage like this? At least recently? What's happening? Are we reverting back to having our figures look like the source material rather than hiding anything remotely like a female figure? Even though we can have naked dudes left and right? Is this what's happening? Now, mind you, I'm not really concerned about it in the sense that I need lots of naked ladies or curvy ladies on my shelf. I just want the things to look like the source material. That's all it is. And so in that sense, this is a surprising and impressive release. That's a whole lot of side boob and cleavage all the way down to the navel. That is not something we see from Hasbro normally. Even the side butt, you know. There's a lot going on here. Yeah, granted, there's some clothing wrinkles there on her skin, but hey, it's still Hasbro. But yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff that we don't normally see, let's just say. So I'm here for it. I am always in favor of source accuracy, whether it's male or female. So all the shirtless Thors, sure, why not? Let's, I guess, leave that in. So yeah, it looks good because of that, and obviously we have some new sculpt work. It looks reasonably source accurate. Like, it's not perfect, and we'll get to the issues in a minute, but it looks good because it actually looks like the source material. So I'm very happy about that. As far as the head goes, because that's kind of a big feature here, I think they nailed the face. The hair, because it's different pieces, the white and black pieces are separate from the orange, and then of course the hair is separate from the face. It could fit nicer. And, like, I get that it's mass-produced and it's not that expensive of a figure, and PVC does weird things. I get it, it's difficult, but also it's a key component on this character. They should have spent more time making it right. This right here, I don't know how easily you can tell. Because of the black paintwork, it kind of hides it. The orange and white and black piece, they're very separate on that side in particular. This side, not as much. But yeah, I mean, it's not perfect, but the face looks great. The mouth looks great. There is shading in the hair, which is questionable. We'll talk about that now, I guess. There's a little bit of shading throughout her body, and it's this like macaroni and cheese colored splotchiness on some of the fur, and I think it looks like butts. Frankly, it looks really, really crappy. It would have looked better without it. And based on the source material, I think they could have done a different style of shading, and certainly they shouldn't have used this color, even if they were going to do it like this regardless. This color is the wrong color for shading. Or it's not really shading, because it's on the fur specifically, but only in some spots. That coloring looks like absolute junk. It's not good, and the way it's only on some of it looks really bad. I'm sure you could clean that off. And they just should have not done it. This part is on crooked on mine, by the way. Maybe it's like that for everybody. Once you pose her, it won't matter. But the white paintwork is surprisingly clean. It's not great, but it's okay. The figure, not the action figure, the figure of the character, it's alright. It is a little bit slender, but she's often drawn slender. She should probably have more muscles, but I think it's, or more muscle mass. Keep the muscles in the right number. I think it looks pretty good. So despite that crappy paint job and the hair that's kind of misaligned, I think it looks pretty damn good for a Marvel Legends figure. The tail has a lot of that orange on it. It really does look like Cheeto or Dorito dust. I'm still going to go for Marvel Legends currently like a 9 out of 10. It's not a 9 out of 10 universally. We can't do that scale. We'd have to have a 1,000-point scale because there's too many variables. But it's really good for Marvel Legends in being source accurate, so I'm happy about that. Now, as far as the accessories go, you just get the 2 open hands and the 2 fist hands. That's it for her body. No alternate head, so she's just constantly yelling, which sucks. I think it has to be a thing that when you have a character that needs this, you have to give them 2 heads. You have to, because this looks ridiculous. If you have, like, let's say you're a hero pose collector, which, if you're collecting all the Marvel Legends, you probably are, at least to some degree, because there's like 1,500, 2,000 of them at this point. I don't know exactly, but there's a ton of Marvel Legends. Nobody's got enough room for that, practically speaking. So I would expect a lot of people are hero posing, and you don't want her to just stand there with an open mouth. It looks weird. So there's that. But then the other accessory is her X-Force comic, which I still think the comics are just about worthless. This one has it on the front and the back, though, so that's kind of nice. It looks a little bit nicer, and it's on white paper, or white plastic. So, like, it looks fine for what it is, but I count these almost as worthless as the McFarlane display stands. I think these are a little bit nicer, at least, because they serve some utility. But yeah, it's not a good assortment, and she can't really even hold the comic properly because she doesn't have a real gripping hand, only just this weird hand. So yeah, it's not a good accessory assortment. So I'll go 2 out of 10. Hate that big time. But let's see if it can pose. It should. It's slender. There's some new stuff on here. Maybe they worked it all out to be nice. Let's find out if they did that. Let's get a little tighter here. Nope, we still have that joint, which is fine if you really want the head going way far back and down. It of course rotates, and it wiggles at the top of the joint, which is goofy. So yeah, it's not as nice as a double ball peg, but it's not the worst one we've seen. We definitely have a little bit of lollipop syndrome, but again, not the worst. These pieces are hard plastic, so they're not going to get out of the way for the shoulders, which have no butterfly joint, of course, and I am having trouble getting them up to complete horizontal. But they're up there, pretty close. And of course your rotation will be limited by this harder PVC. Like, it's not technically hard, it's PVC, but it's hard enough that it's not gonna let the arm go straight up. So, you know, it's somewhat limited. Bicep swivel is there. Double jointed elbow is there. That's fine, no issues there. Wrists have a swivel and a hinge. You have to adjust the glove to get rid of this. I don't know if you saw that. You can see her skin. So that, like, this isn't a big deal because it's just an overlay. But you have to adjust the glove. You can do that. So if you notice that, just move the glove. Now here's the torso, which you would think, slender figure, cat-like. She should be able to pose really well. That's as far back as she goes. And it's gappy. How did they make it have no range and gaps at the same time? It's truly impressive sometimes what Hasbro can do. Basically no range to the side, basically no range going forward. This is a terrible, terrible joint. It's a single peg rather than a double, but even then, they made it gappy and limited at the same time. It's really impressive. And then as far as the waist articulation, there's nothing. For the hips, going out to the side, you get just better than 45. Again, no reason for that limitation at all. And going forward, can't even get them horizontal. And because of the way this is made, and the plastic it's made from, or of, it's not looking great there, unfortunately. Thigh swivel is there, of course. Double jointed knee works nicely. Sculpt is good. I like that there's not a giant gap over here, and the proportioning is good too, so that's nice. Then the ankles go all the way back and pretty far forward, and the ankle rocker is solid. That is perfectly good. Ankles are a little bit loose though, unfortunately. And then lastly, we have the tail, which is of course not bendy, and it comes out like, why, Hasbro? You couldn't make it a simple curve? It had to look broken? Oh boy, they couldn't just make it a gradual curve coming out of her. They had to go straight. They had to make it almost a 90-degree bend. Freaking Hasbro. The tail can rotate, but just kinda. So yeah, the articulation's cheeks on this figure. It's not good. I'm gonna say 6 out of 10, and that's being generous, especially for a character like this. She's not getting into any iconic poses. Not that she necessarily has iconic poses per se, but like cover art, let's say, not happening, not really. So that's a bummer. But it does look nicer than most Marvel Legends. It is source accurate enough, and I'm sure plenty of you are going to be interested in the cleavage and side boob. So, you know, you may want to pick it up. I'll give it an overall rating for Marvel Legends, 8 out of 10. It's a pickup for sure if you're trying to complete some X-Force stuff. She's an easy pickup, I would say. So there you go. Again, link in the description below if you want to get one. But that's it for me. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos just about every single day and thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.